What is the worst anime that I have ever watched? The most abhorrent thing, the most egregious piece of Japanese animation that I have ever seen. The stories that were so bad that I actually had to give them low ratings on my anime list. The holy land of anime ratings. And today, we are going to talk about them. What is going on, ladies and gentlefish? How are we all doing on this fine day? Your boy is back with another anime video. I know, shocker. I really am reinventing the wheel here. I've made a bunch of videos on different anime, and across all of the videos that I've made on this channel and across all the anime that I have discussed, I'm sure the people who have watched those videos can agree that these anime, for the most part, are not bad anime. The anime that I talk about for the most part that takes center stage on this channel are in their own right good anime, for the reason being that I only watch good anime. I may like them more, I may like them less, but I still like them. Like, even some of the worst anime that I have watched aren't even that bad, like Uzumaki-chan or some of Pokemon. Like, Uzumaki-chan is just mediocre. It didn't offend me. It didn't make me want to throw up or gouge out my eyes. It's just mid, by literal definition. But that doesn't mean I haven't seen a couple of super stinkers. So I decided that this would be the topic for today. What are the worst anime that I have ever watched? Before we get into that, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I'm trying to take advantage of this wind of motivation by talking about things that I hate. So subscribe to make me feel better about myself. Oh, and spoiler warning. I pray that you guys don't need this. Guys, I don't know if you know this about me, but I have a curse. I am someone who cannot watch a show without watching it from start to finish, no matter how bad it is. I don't know. I'm just someone who believes that you cannot give an accurate opinion on a show if you haven't watched it in its entirety. So whenever I start a show, I finish it. And while sometimes this might seem like it's a blessing, other times I just want to die. So let's proceed with this video by actually talking about one of those shows that made me feel that way. So, the day has finally come to talk about this hot pack of ass. Reino of Healer is an anime that I have memed about a couple of times in my other videos, but this is the first time that I actually have to go in depth about it, which means that I actually have to go back to the anime and get clips for it. I am not looking forward to this. Who am I kidding? I am definitely looking forward to this. So this anime is about a healer that is a part of a hero party that is trying to kill the Demon King. I know. Fantasy anime. They're all the same. Even Frieren had this plot. It's unavoidable, okay? So the thing about Kageru is that ever since he was added into the hero party, he was completely abused in like every way you could think of. From physically to mentally to sexually. He was completely shafted. Please don't cancel me. So, in order to turn this around, he uses a magical stone that he got when he defeated the Demon King to go back in time to enact his revenge by curing the corruption in that world. And by that, I mean getting back at the people who wronged him. Now, I have to give credit where credit is due. I like the concept of this anime. I thought the first episode was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I was interested. I wanted to see where this was going. And then I watched episode 2. Saying that it was unnecessary and over the top is a huge understatement. Like, I'm even afraid of talking about it and discussing it in this video. It's horrible. Let's just say that there's a lot of forceful keys going into the keyholes, over usage of substances, mental manipulations, torture, and the trading of bodily fluids. I'm still haunted by that scene to this day. It's so cringe. I'm sure you also know about the whole hot rod scene where, you know, Kaguya takes a metal rod, puts it in a fire, heats it up, and asks Freya if she wants either his rod or that rod. It's insane. There was also that finger game that he played with her, and God, episode 2, now that I think about it, was just actually insane. It was unhinged. And while episode 2 was definitely like the worst culprit of this, it's still pretty rough throughout the rest of the show. Not to mention that Kaguyu's ability is just so incompetently broken. This guy can just put his hand on anything, literally anything. Say the word heal and can do whatever he wants. Like, that's not how healing works. It's bullshit. I don't really need to talk about the rest of the show because it's basically just episode 2, but died down slightly and a lot more boring. Obviously, this is an ecchi anime, and a lot of the premise is going to focus on its sexual content. I understand that, but when you have to do a whole bunch of reach arounds and make so many plot holes and create so many just weird situations for these sexual moments to happen, you know you're doing something wrong. And even then, on top of that, the ending for the anime looked like they were setting up for a hypothetical second season, only for that to never happen. I know that the manga keeps going, but that. Apparently, it's like even worse, so I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. I already did my service finishing this anime. I don't need to subject myself to more. The only decent thing about this anime that was somewhat good was that blue-haired cat girl. I think her name was like Setsuna or something like that. She was the only one that was like kind of cool, but that's it. I'm done. I'm never talking about this anime again. The next anime that I'm going to discuss is a bit different from the previous one that I mentioned. Uzumaki. Spiral into horror. Holy Lord above, thank you so much for making this piece of horse only 4 episodes long. I found out about this anime online and saw how people were hyping this show up, saying that it was gonna be the best anime of the year and the greatest horror anime of all time. No one was ready for it. Just wait. Well, I'm still waiting for that anime and that title to come by because there is no way that this was it. And don't get it twisted, I'm someone who doesn't take animation that much into consideration when I watch my anime. Demon Slayer would be way higher on my list if that were the case, but that's an anime that barely even scratches my top 20. So even if Uzumaki's animation was good, which for the record, it wasn't, it would still be one of my least favorite anime ever. So that means that I probably am talking about the manga as well. Can anyone explain to me why it seems like Shuichi is the only person in this anime that actually believes in the things that literally everyone can see? Like, whenever there are weird things going on around Kirie and Shuichi is trying to warn her about the curse of the spiral or whatever, she always, without failure, has an attitude of like, oh, what are you talking about? I don't know what's going on. It must be a coincidence. Even though in the literal previous scene, she would see someone turning into a snail or have half of their face disappear or see her literal hair turn into knots of spirals. All because of that stupid curse, and she's still reluctant to believe it sometimes. Like, what? Like, things could be happening right in front of some of these people, and in the next scene, they still deny the existence of the curse. Bro, I'm telling you, let me hear rumors about a spiral curse in my town and then see some random kid turn into a giant snail right in front of my eyes. I'm packing my I'm saying my goodbyes, and I'm finding a way to get to Jupiter within an hour. Like, the people in this town are just so dumb. This show's horror isn't even all that great either, let's be honest. I already mentioned the snail guy, but as an anime, it wasn't all that bad. I think I've seen way more gross somewhere else. The only times where it did get a little creepy were when the father gets cremated and the smoke that came from that was of him laughing, and that part I mentioned where the girl lost half of her face. Those were pretty cool, but not much else. Apart from the fact that the story was completely stupid in my opinion. I don't know, it just wasn't my cup of tea. Like, not even close. I will say that I do like Uzumaki more than Redo of Healer, only slightly though. It's not by much. Like, I can see Uzumaki trying to build a story, and I can see how Uzumaki can be interesting for someone out there, but for Redo of Healer, apart from the first episode, I don't see how anyone could like it, unless you belong in a clinical asylum. While Redo of Healer is bad, boring, and on top of that, gross, Uzumaki is just bad and boring. Good job, Uzumaki. You managed to beat Redo for not being the worst anime I ever watched. Hope you're feeling proud of yourself. Alright, some honorable mentions. I have 2 honorable mentions for the worst pieces of anime I have ever seen. The first one is Tokyo Ghoul Route A. This is something that I've already discussed in a previous video. Make sure you go and watch that. I don't want to have to go and replace all of your cereal in your house with nails and take your milk away. But long story short, the TLDR version is that the anime decided to go on a different route to the manga, but not really. Things were happening for no reason, really important things were cut out for no reason, and it basically painted the next season to be the most confusing thing for anyone to watch. It was a show. The second thing that I want to mention is Bleach's Bout arc. Now listen, I could easily consider this arc to be the worst piece of media my eyes have ever witnessed. I'm not exaggerating. The stories and plots in this AIDS-filled arc were some of the stupidest things I have ever seen. Everyone in this arc was intellectually knocked down by like 10 notches. Ishida, who is like the smartest character in this entire show, felt like he was late for his speech impaired class. That's how dumb he looked. That's all I'll say though. It's been a while since I've seen any of the Bout arc. I just remember it being completely terrible. These two mentions aren't really getting any special entries though, since I actually like the rest of these anime. It's just a part of those anime that I just thought were terrible. I mean, the Bout arc was literally filler, so that doesn't even count. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed this video, not just me. Just a friendly reminder that there is a subscription button down below if you like the style of this video and you want to see more. And a like button if you enjoyed the video. Tell me about the worst anime you've ever seen down in the comment section below. If you say Black Clover, I'll steal your soul on top of banning you. You have been warned. Let me know what anime or topic I should make a video on using the Mal account link in the description to know what I've watched. Eat well, get some sleep, and sayonara. Peace out, you gooners.